So I'm going to keep in again talking about the health issues here today, and that will be me. The human body are very fragility and very much fragile to different viruses which might always risk ourselves. Bacteria and virus which we are always living after. We don't see them, but they're everywhere. There are small viruses all the time. When the viruses which have a different form and matter and different species, they have always ability to gain. The most killer of the viruses are now like the malarias, and of course there is a lot of different viruses. However, the viruses have a good human control how these viruses are inflected to humans and how much we can somehow to save our body out of them. If there is a lot of viruses still exist and which human have no much control how we cannot use example the same mechanism then we can control the bacteria like antibacterial or this somehow the using this kind of the chemicals and medicals and some viruses like the HIV or HIV virus is something what's calling the AIDS diseases, and this disease is of course causing to human immunity resistance loosening, and all these viruses factor when humans are always gaining more information and they have a more control over these viruses, and we have a better to Medicare against them. We are going to all against work. The poorest countries like Africa have a lot of troubles still on the infect with diseases because a lot of morbidity and mortality in the general and population. Of course, to the time if they want to here come to progress, in whatever we have a lot of different like WHO and Red Cross, which are having a lot of resources in the worldwide, always any places in the human side to support of the local village and people population to get rid of this but still malaria is the killer number one of the infliction, but also the common flu, the different of course it's every time we have some flu there is some different form of the flu and it's always evolving alongside of the human the rest of nature which is making this always we have a fight against. The question is how we get over it, always every second action we have a system, a control between them. So we have a more better medical record, we have a DNA record, we have a record of this kind of the records we can get in to know what people are as suspended. The most easy is to get some virus or diseases and how to get it. The screening monitoring on the 24/7, all the time screening is as soon we will get some cancer mutation in body. We will immediately detect it by example if the body extent we have a screen of every single cells or bodies have we can just stop the mutation right there, right this position. There is however not yet or Medicare into worldwide or any progress getting in the stance that we can however stop or can 24/7. There is not yet enough work have it done to towards that. Is it the sad for themselves? And who is going to do the work towards them? I mean, if every humans want to control every human other humans, we need a lot more technology, a lot more new devices, a lot of work, and a lot of desire to doing that. The question is, are we going to want to do like anything after these things? But again, if we want to stop anything to killing us or taking the lesson or health, we cannot to do work or we cannot not to do taking action. Taking an action towards this is so actually in this case important. Important to all time to working towards such better health is something we are of course by everything and to taking out the ripping off the risk factors and through our nature and to everyday exposure of this and then to giving all after this all the good condition we are going to be having good chance and stance and be out of the system and invulnerable all kind of the vulnerable so it will begin resistance tolerance towards to the risk factor of the causing a death and to take in note to lesser the health condition. For example, there's something like diabetes in the Western countries have been in the last 50 years huge risk because and it have a lot exponentially grew up because the humans have of course a living more longer age, and that means with a lot of people of course how much they have into glucose and to other chemicals and to how they have a lifestyle. Except for when the human have a lot of stress, we are always more sustainable, always stopping on the doing some action with just too much stressing or everyday limits. Whatever it is, taking stopping it, it will be always external lifetime. To make it a lifetime, it's something average. Western countries have an average to lifetime somehow 8 years now. Some non-Western countries, some poorest countries in the world, it might be so low as 40 years, only half of the Western countries. And this means it has been grew up very steady in the last 50 years, and every year it's expected to a little bit rise because we are every day some a little bit more making progress, steady little progress, but there is still over people dying. We have not yet achieved the unmortality and just ability to control fully our health. To be excellent, it's taking needed into the current new level of the working and technology and control. To be able to control every human action to making unmortality human, it will be need a lot of work. What work it will be, I will be talking in the next episode.